The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. John's disciples and the Pharisees were fasting, and people came and said to Jesus, "Why do John's disciples and the disciples of the Pharisees fast, but your disciples do not fast?" Jesus said to them, "The wedding guests cannot fast while the bridegroom is with them, can they? As long as they have the bridegroom with them, they cannot fast. The days will come when the bridegroom is taken away from them, and then they will fast on that day. No one chooses a piece of unshrunken cloth on an old cloak. Otherwise, the patch pulls away from it, the new from the old, and a worse tear is made. And no one puts no wine into old wineskins. Otherwise, the wine will burst to skins, and the wine is lost, and so are the skins. But one puts new wine into fresh wineskins." The Gospel of the Lord. The first reading talk about an episode in the life of the very first king of Israel, Saul. And Saul, he received the visit of Samuel, the prophet. And the prophet said, the Lord expects you to remain faithful to his word, to the word of God. And the king said, "Listen, I've been faithful to the Lord. Look, for example, I made it very clear and I did all I can do to have all the animals the people of the Israel they need for sacrifices. If they need, they will have one to go to the temple and they can have to do the sacrifice." The prophet said, "It is fine, but you know what? The Lord don't expect at this time. What is best to do is not to go for animal sacrifice. What he wants each one of the people of Israel to convert, to change their hearts, to change the deeds, to stand a new way of doing things, to be faithful to the word of God. It means to change the way you live, according to your deeds, according to your actions." It seems to me this is a very important call from this prophet, from Samuel. You and me today to the very same thing. Really what the Lord wants from you and from me, it is that we change our heart most of the time. Conversion, it is for everyday life. To go, to change, to be a better person, a better Christian, day by day. And the Lord is always there to support and to help. The word we receive from God, from the gospel, from the Bible, it helps to continue to make progress in our spiritual life. In today's gospel, it is about, the fasting. But a citizen that went to see Jesus, at the very beginning of his public life. And the Pharisees, when they start already to have the situation there, to have a conflict most of the time with the people surrounding him. So he said, listen, nobody here do the fasting with your apostles. But look around you, the Pharisees, everybody do the same thing, they fast. So tell us why your people don't fast. This question is very important. What Jesus wants to give them the idea of who he is and what he brought into the world, what it is about. He said, I don't fast. Why? Because I came here at the very beginning to initiate, to start with you a new world, a new beginning, a world where God is at the center, at the heart, a world where we start a new covenant, a world where everybody is called to start a new beginning with the Lord, to have a new communion with God. It's why things have to change, have to be of the same thing. The thing we're doing in the past, we shall not mix them with the new. What is the old? It was that everybody want to put his heart into the center of what he's doing. That's a selfishness. You think yourself, you want everybody to show you what you are doing. But what Jesus was saying, this world of today, God is at the heart of that world, is at the center of that world. So if really we want to start a new beginning, a new world, a new path that comes from Jesus, we follow his example. Jesus wants to tell us in everything we want to do, in our projects, in all we have planned for our lives for today, God has to remain in the center of our preoccupation. That is the change. That is what the Lord wants to tell us today. Everything should change. In the same way, probably, because we are talking about the unity of Christians, maybe what is missing, it is to come back to the Word of God, to see really what the Lord wants for all Christians, and to find the new world, new perspective, a way we can do things to come back to Jesus, what Jesus wanted at the very beginning, communion among his disciples. Today, the disciples are divided, and people said, Christians as in the world, we are giving a really, we can say it is a bad example to the world, because we talk, all of us, we talk about Jesus, the one who brings us unity, but ourselves, we are disciples of Jesus. We don't work of building up the unity that Jesus is doing. People say it is a scandal. Some people say that it is a scandal.